you are not able really to find this. It is so hard to find in the marketplace, and this was designed as part of this whole set that you're getting. 5 easy payments of $22 a month. It's E226465. So this is the Garmin Nuvi 52LM. What does all of this mean? Like, where is this in the hierarchy of GPS?
Well, 52 inches, that 5 in there means it's a 5-inch screen. So we used to just have 4.3-inch screens. So now we've expanded that, making it easier to read.
Nice.
And because it's a touch screen, it's also easier to touch the icons on the screen and make it easier to manipulate. As you said moments ago, Garmin, their only business is navigation. Everybody else, they have some factory make it and still screen their name on it. Garmin does only navigation. In fact, marine, aviation, you probably rode in airplanes with Garmin navigation systems or sailed on ships. They make all sorts of navigation, and it is really a remarkable company with over, I think, it's over 80% now of all the GPSs sold in North America come from here. There has to be a reason for that.
Right.
And the biggest reason that we see is ease of use.
And one of the ways in which it's easy is that they have a little something called lane assist, which didn't exist a couple of years ago. It's so nice that we're going to show you exactly how this works here and why
Lane
this is so
assist
cool.
with Junction view. It's so cool. When you're driving along and your next maneuver is coming up, there are tens of thousands of these, what you're seeing here, lane assist with Junction views, where the map moves to the left-hand side, and on the right, you're seeing a photorealistic image of exactly the same thing you're seeing out of the windshield. Exactly. Even the green and yellow signs you see there are replicated on the Garmin, but the Garmin adds those arrows painted on the road to make it virtually impossible for you to miss your next turn. I've actually ridden with the survey crews with all the satellite dishes and radar going and everything, and I've seen how they do that, and they actually take video and then impose it and superimpose it into the operating system of the Garmin GPS, and they do this tens of thousands of times, covering all of the United States and whatever area this covers, you know, in order to give you that. I spoke moments ago about ease of use being the #1 thing about Garmin, that we get the customer feedback from QVC customers always tells us that's the #1 thing they like, besides the quality and everything. Watch how easy it is to use. I can walk you through it in real time right here on live television. How about this? Where to? How about we put in a place, well, first of all, you could add an address with a keyboard just like you would just about any other device, okay? You can have the comfort of programming your own home address and always touching one button and knowing you can get home. Right,
Just want to go home.
We'll talk about points of interest and stuff in a moment, but just watch this. Are you ready? Where to? How about a place we've recently found, such as perhaps Sharon Street?
Hey, why not?
Tap that and hit go, and now it is instantaneously calculating turn by turn from wherever we are to Sharon Street in step-by-step directions. What did that take me? 5 or 6 seconds?
And that's that ease of use.
That's that ease of use that Garmin offers to you. I can simulate that driving route, and away we go. Now, if I turned up the volume, you would actually hear the voice speaking, turn right in 1/10 of a mile onto Con Road. I mean, they actually speak directions to you. Big 5-inch screen plus voice activation, and it's all updated for life for free.
I love that. So there's nothing else to purchase after you bring this home.
Nope, not at all.
It's on 5 easy payments of $22 a month. And Bob, I think your IFB fell out of your ear, honey.
Oh,
I'm not even sure if you're aware that it fell out, but I want to let you know that it was there in case someone upstairs needs to talk to you.
Okay.
But 5 easy payments of $22 a month means you will still get this on time for Christmas with no extra shipping and handling charges. You will get it on time, so maybe even on time to travel somewhere. Maybe you've got a relative and you're going to their house for the first time and you don't exactly know how to get there. That is not the time to be like out and about and unawares of exactly what it is you're
Not at all. In fact, one of the other hosts even mentioned to me, they said, you know, people think about summer travel season, but who is busier traveling than this time of year for the holidays and all that? And of course, the thing that GPS gives you more than anything else, and I always point this out when I make a presentation, is peace of mind. The comfort of knowing that you can, for example, touch one icon and go home, right? In fact, there's actually a feature here called Where Am I?
And how does that work?
Well, Where Am I is so cool. Suppose you have a breakdown, a medical emergency, or something like this young lady here. Well, when you pick up that mobile phone or go to a nearby phone to call for help, the first question they ask you is, where are you? Okay. Well, now you can touch the screen, instantly get your compass points, the nearest address, the nearest intersection, and the nearest police station, fire station, and gas station, just with the tap of a screen. I have said this repeatedly every time I present this, and I'll say it again. I think that peace of mind and comfort of knowing where you are, especially in an emergency when you need help, whether you have an older driver in the family, a younger driver or whatever, I think that alone, that feature alone is worth the cost of peace of mind, is worth the cost of owning a GPS.
I agree, because sometimes you're not even far from home, but you may be taking roads that you've just never taken before. And so how would you know if something happened? If you needed to call AAA or call someone to come and get you, that is the way to help you figure out where you are. And I love that not only do you get the GPS with the larger screen than some of the previous models we've offered in the past, we give you the traditional mount, but we're also giving you the vent mount, which is virtually ridiculous to find out in the marketplace. You're getting your charger, you're getting your USB cable, so that way you can hook it up, because like you said, you're getting the free maps for life.
You go to you go to Garmin.com, hook it up to your computer with the supplied USB cable, and just download the latest map updates. Now, Garmin updates the map every 3 months, 4 times a year.
Okay.
In fact, Albany was just in Albany Irvin, one of the show hosts, was in here just the other day saying she got a half-price coupon from her car dealer to update her built-in navigation system.
Okay, a coupon.
And at half price to update her built-in system, it was $200.
See, I wouldn't even want one of those built-in systems. Don't even give it to me.
In fact, we have customers tell us that literally that they take their Garmin and suction cup it over the screen of their built-in, because Garmin is superior, easier to use. It is their only business, and so you get that. And plus, that built-in system is stuck in your car. This you can give to your children. Go if they're going somewhere and what have you. Also, and I talk about this a lot too, people think, oh, I don't need that anymore. I have GPS on my mobile phone. Right. Well, would you give your mobile phone away to your child or your husband because he's taking the other vehicle or something? Would you leave your mobile phone in the car overnight in all those cold temperatures and everything? GPSs are designed to be navigation items. They're not a compromise like using a phone. You don't pay data to use a GPS. You do when you use your phone. You don't get the free lifetime updates. You don't get the points of interest and things like that in a phone. There is no substitute. It's a compromise when you use anything but a bona fide GPS for navigation.
And you know what? You will be able to look up restaurants, look up train stations, look up amusement parks. All of that stuff are loaded there under points of interest.
Right, that's absolutely right. Yep, points of interest. It's really cool. There's an icon on there. You tap it. It says points of interest. See, here's the cool thing about GPS, Sharon. It doesn't just tell you where you are. It tells you what is around you. Restaurants, hospitals, emergency things, services you need like post offices, and that's part of the lifetime update. Every time you update, it updates all those points of interest
So the restaurants and everything else, things opening, things closing, that gets updated. 5 easy payments of $22 a month. Even with that lane assist that you see there with the junction view, it makes it virtually impossible to make a wrong turn.
You bet.
E226465, it will get there on time and maybe even be under the tree, ready to go for you with no extra shipping and handling charges. Well, if you liked my top, it is courtesy of Susan Graver. It's my own personal top. Bob was one of the people who complimented me on my top today. Susan is here, and she is going to be joining you with Pat for the next 2 hours, and I will see you on the air on Sunday night at 7 p.m., I think, for Dooney and Burke. So I look forward to it, but stay tuned. Susan is next.